We didn't expect this. For years, America lived in our minds like a promise. A place where hard work would finally mean something. A place where our children would have chances we never had. I told Selim that everything would be better there. I told Hana, Leah, and little Noah that this was the beginning of a new life. A stronger life. A happier life. But the moment we stepped off the plane, something felt wrong. The airport was overwhelming. Bright lights everywhere. People moving fast, speaking quickly, not looking at each other. I tried to stay calm, to look like I understood everything, but inside I was already struggling to keep up. Noah held my hand tightly. "Baba, where are we going?" he asked, his small voice full of curiosity. "We're almost there," I said, forcing a smile. Leah stood close to Selim, holding her arm, her eyes scanning everything carefully. She didn't say much, but I could tell she was nervous. Hana walked a little ahead of us, quiet, observing everything with a serious expression. She didn't look excited. She looked unsure. Selim stayed strong, as always. She carried herself calmly, but I noticed how tightly she held her bag, how her eyes kept moving, trying to understand this new world around us. "Dawit," she said softly. "Are we going the right way?" "Yes," I answered quickly, even though I wasn't completely sure. We followed signs we barely understood, listened to announcements that sounded too fast, too unfamiliar. Every step felt like a test I wasn't prepared for, but I kept moving. I had to. My family was watching me. When we finally stepped outside, the air hit us differently. Cold, quiet, distant. "This is America?" Leah whispered. "Yes," Selim replied gently, but even her voice carried uncertainty. The drive to the apartment was silent. Noah leaned against me, slowly losing his excitement. Leah rested her head on Selim's shoulder. Hana sat by the window, staring outside, her reflection faint against the glass. I tried to speak. "Look outside. Everything is clean, organized." No one responded. That silence stayed with me. When we arrived at the apartment building, I took a deep breath. This was it. This was the moment everything was supposed to feel right. I turned to them. "This is our new home," I said. Noah tried to smile. "Really?" "Yes," I said. Selim gave me a soft look, supportive but careful. Hana said nothing. We walked in slowly. I opened the door, and everything changed. The apartment was empty. Not just empty, cold. The walls were plain. The floor was bare. Our footsteps echoed as we stepped inside. Hana stopped at the door. Leah stood beside Selim, holding her arm tighter. Noah looked around, confused. "Ababa, where is the sofa?" Noah asked. "We will get one soon," I said. My voice didn't sound as confident as I wanted. Leah walked into one of the rooms and looked inside. "Is this mine?" she asked quietly. "Yes, Leah," Selim said gently. Leah nodded, but didn't smile. Hana leaned against the wall, crossing her arms. She looked around slowly, then looked directly at me. "This is it?" she asked. Her voice was calm, but it hurt. "Yes," I said. She shook her head slightly and looked away. Selim stepped further inside, her eyes moving across the empty space. She didn't complain. She didn't question, but I knew her. I could see the worry she was trying to hide. "Dawit," she said softly. "We will fix this." I nodded, but inside, something felt heavy. We placed our bags on the floor. There was nothing else to do. No place to sit, no place to rest. Just space and silence. As the evening grew darker, the apartment felt colder. Noah sat close to Selim. Leah hugged her knees. Hana picked up her phone, but she wasn't really using it. She was avoiding us. Selim tried to bring some comfort. "Tomorrow will be better," she said. "We will start fresh." Hana didn't respond. Noah looked at me again. "Are we staying here, Ababa?" I paused. "Yes," I said. But inside, I wasn't sure. That moment stayed in the room. Heavy, unspoken. Leah looked between us, sensing the tension. "It will be okay, right?" she asked. Selim nodded quickly. "Yes, Leah, it will." But even she didn't sound fully convinced. Hana finally spoke again. "This is not what you told us." she said, still not looking at me. I felt it. Every word. I told you it would be better, I said quietly. Hana looked at me now. This doesn't look better. No one spoke after that. Selam looked down. Noah stayed close to her. Leah stayed silent. And me, I had no answer. That night, we sat on the floor together. No beds, no furniture, just us and our bags. The silence between us felt louder than any noise. Hours passed slowly. No one laughed. No one smiled. At some point, Noah fell asleep against Selam. Leah followed soon after, curled up quietly. Selam leaned against the wall, closing her eyes, but I knew she wasn't really sleeping. Hana stood up suddenly and walked into the other room. "Where are you going?" Selam asked. "I just want to be alone," Hana replied. The first distance, the first separation, and I felt it deeply. I stayed where I was, staring at the empty wall, thinking, regretting, questioning everything. I thought about the promises I made, the dreams I shared, the confidence I showed when we made the decision to come here, and now, this was our reality. An empty apartment, a silent family, a beginning that didn't feel like a beginning. Selam sat beside me after a while. "Dawit," she said softly. "We will get through this." I wanted to believe her. "I know," I replied, but inside, a question kept repeating. What if I made a mistake? That thought grew heavier with every second. I looked around again, my family, at this place, at everything we had left behind. We finally arrived, but something felt wrong, and deep inside, I knew this was only the beginning. If you are kind, please subscribe.